We will get to the celebration shortly. Amen. But we must get to the Word of God. Amen. Amen. So we've been on this series on discussing about favor to prosper. Favor to do what? Prosper. So a lot of people don't know what it means, favor to prosper. So God has given us the mandate from Deuteronomy 29, verse 9. So we have been going with that. And I want to bring you back to what we discussed last week. Amen. Last week we discussed about the covenant. I know some people here, you made covenant. In order for you to prosper, you must make covenant. You can't go anywhere in life if you don't make a covenant with God. And so we talk about divine covenant that God has given us. But today we want to talk about something different. Today we want to talk about understanding people. Amen. 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 We made a covenant with God, but it determined on the people who are around us too. Amen. Amen. So today's message is titled Understanding People. Let's look at the word understand before we jump to people. In order for us to understand, we must know the meaning of understanding. The word understanding means awareness, acknowledgement or acknowledge, the know-how, amen, the skill in, the insight into certain things, the consciousness, to grasp an idea, to discern, to comprehend something that is not yet seen. And last one, concept. Amen? So what does it mean to raise an aware of our understanding? When you raise an awareness of understanding, you look beyond yourself. If you want to understand another person, you have to look beyond yourself. I want to give you, in a short step in, maybe 10 situations about how to understand people. I hope you're ready to write. Well, I'll go faster so we can get out of here also earlier. Somebody say amen. Amen. I know you like to be in the house of the Lord. Amen. That's what I thought. Amen. We love to be in the house of the Lord. Amen. Amen. When we talk about understanding people, we must first come to the understanding of ourselves. You must make a list of understanding who you are. If somebody were to describe you today, what kind of language would they use? What kind of words would they use to describe you? So number one, understanding yourself, you must make a list of what kind of words people use to describe you. Now, we're not saying we're going to go ask the people. We're saying that you write the list of the kind of words you think people should describe you. You must have been around people for too long for them to know exactly how to describe you. Number two, you must keep an open mind to avoid assumptions. Keep an open mind to avoid assumptions. What does it mean by keeping an open mind? To think to yourself. The Bible says, a man thinketh in his own heart, so is he. Thinketh in his heart. Before you jump the gun, first know the gun. Back. Some of us want to jump the broom to get married, but we don't know what the broom do in the house. Amen. Keep it on an open mind. Avoid assumptions. You know, oh, I think Sister So-so is thinking this way. Brother So-so is thinking this way about me. Avoid it. They're not thinking that way about you. Perhaps not even thinking about you. Hallelujah. They worry about the food they're going to eat. Number 3. You must evaluate different personalities. Understanding people, you must evaluate different personalities. Me and you are not the same. I maybe have a wild personality. You might be having a calm personality, or even crazier than me. But we must analyze. Amen. Evaluate another person. If you are in a relationship, you're married, don't just fight the person. Think first. Analyze how do they think, or how the thought pattern flow. What kind of thinking do they have to make such a decision? Amen. Number 4, appreciate the difference. Appreciate the difference you see in that person. Appreciate the difference you see in that neighbor. Appreciate. When you want to find or you want to appreciate another person, expose yourself. Hallelujah. If you want to appreciate somebody else's difference, expose yourself. Expose yourself to a different type of people, place, or experience. Expose yourself to it. If you never cross the river, you never know what's on the other side of the river. Expose yourself to that side and know how that side think, how that side work, so that you could also gain the reward of that experience. Appreciate the difference. I appreciate every difference that I see around me. Because if all things are the same, uniform type, it'll be confusing. I mean, well, you say, well, we're all in one order. Like we order, but I appreciate the difference of different color. I appreciate the difference, environment. Look at all the masks. You got blue mask, green mask, pink mask, crayon colors, or something. Different masks. But they all symbolize of what? The difference. If you cannot appreciate the difference around you, you're not going to reap the rewards. When you go to work, they appreciate each person's difference. They say, this person over here is good at math. Or this person is good at, another area, business. But whatever you are good at, appreciate the difference. Number 5, familiar. We have heard the type that says, the slogan that says, blood is thicker than water. Familiar. Some people are familiar to you. Some people are familiar to the things that you do. We must recognize the difference in that familiarity. But blood is thicker than water. Some might even say, no. Some blood are not thicker than water. Yeah, some people's blood, if you put some water, mix it, it'll be the same.